Good morning, everyone. We're continuing here in the words of the Mesillas Yesharim, and we're describing the levels of kavod, of honor and glory that one has to give to the mitzvahs that they perform. How many warnings have the Chachamim, the sages, given us in the performance of mitzvahs that they should not become bezuyos, they should not become something that is contemptible or embarrassing to us. We have to treat them properly. They already taught us, anyone who holds a Sefer Torah, the scroll, with arum, bare hands, nikbar arum, he will be buried with bare hands as well, or he'll be buried naked. What does that mean? Because he disgraced the mitzvah by not doing it in the right way. Therefore, the punishment is going to be in kind. And that means the following. There are in the Torah scroll, there are the atzei chaim, which are the wood handles, and then there's the parchment. So the halach is that your bare hands are not supposed to touch the parchment. If they do, says the Gemara, where they touch where they're not supposed to, so then just like your bare hands touch the parchment, so when it comes time to be buried, you will be buried naked. What does that mean? So the Mefarshim explain what it means is that while you were reading that Sefer Torah and you were getting the mitzvah of learning Torah, you will be stripped of that mitzvah at the end of days because you mistreated the Sefer Torah without the proper respect and the honor. So what do we see? We see that when a person doesn't even do a mitzvah in the right way, he does it in a way where there is bizayin, where there is disgrace that comes through that mitzvah, so then whatever reward you might have gotten for the performance of the mitzvah, even that will be taken away from the person. There's a mitzvah in the Torah called bikorim, where a person would bring the first fruits from their harvest and they would bring it to Yerushalayim. And we see from here how much a person did in order to make this a beautified mitzvah. From there we learn to all other mitzvahs. We learn what the beautification of mitzvahs is really all about. We learned in the Mishnah in Bikorim, speaking about these first fruits, there was an ox that would carry the Bikorim in front of them, and his horns had gold on them, and he had a wreath of olives on his head. Furthermore, it says over there, the rich would end up bringing their bikorim in golden baskets, and the poor who couldn't afford gold, they would bring baskets that were made out of peeled willow branches, meaning peeled willow branches is fancier than just regular willow branches, and therefore even a poor person who couldn't afford the highest level, like gold, he still did it in the most glorified and beautified way. Further it says, Shalosh midos b'bikorim, bikorim teisefes, bikorim v'itu bikorim. It says that they used to add on more to this mitzvah, more supplemental bikorim, and they would adorn in the adornment of the bikorim and the like, to beautify the mitzvah even more, to add on more. From here we learn an example explicitly how important it is to add on to mitzvahs, to be mahader, to glorify and beautify them. Which means that when you go to the store to buy your lulav and your esrog, yes, you could buy a regular one, but you should be mahader. You should try to beautify it and make it even nicer. Yes, you're going to buy your dining room table that's going to sit you for Shabbos and for Yom Tov Achnas Orchim, and you have a choice over there of which one to buy. Perhaps to buy the one that's a little bit nicer, that's a hidden mitzvah, that will make it even nicer to do the mitzvah of Shabbos meals, of Achnas Orchim and the like. And therefore, again, everything within a person's monetary means, a person doesn't have to squeeze themselves dry of their money to be mahader after mitzvahs. They should do things in that which is possible for them. But we see from here that in the mitzvah of bikorim, which is a mitzvah deraisa, a commandment that is biblical of nature, we had an obligation to beautify it to the best of our abilities. And from here the Ramchal says we learn out, umikan nilmad, Nilmoid l'kol shar mitzvos b'Torah. We learn from here to all other mitzvahs in the Torah just how much we should make effort to beautify them and to glorify them, so that they will find beautiful favor in the eyes of Hashem. Have a wonderful day. A good chodesh.